is going well and swell, and not too many complaints that you can actually register in. You are listening to none other than Reek, proprietor of Too Cool Too Con. Hopefully, the notifications are sent out in a timely fashion where we can have an actual conversation, dialogue, powwow, whatever you want to label it. And this is what, the second or third time I've done Went Live. Hopefully, we can get some regulars, some newbies, anybody that's willing to join in on the conversation, whatever it may be. I should be having a special guest on the live. Hopefully, they get some everything situated where they can actually tap in, and that'll be a good thing. Let me see something. Pardon me while I adjust things. Let's see. Okay. Glad to see everybody tapping in. Hopefully, we get people coming through. I see people don't already hit the like. It ain't really been more than 2 minutes now. That's a good thing. Well, just a little tired. Need to get some shut eye at the right proper time. Late nights find you occasionally where you be up and you be doing certain things at the late night hour that you probably couldn't get accomplished during daytime hours. But hopefully people be able to tap in on the chat and say what you need to say. Be like, hey, what's up, Rick? This is, I ain't talked to you in, umpteen months or something like that. Or, what's the topic? Really ain't no topic. You said, what's good from Nashville? Hope y'all staying healthy. Most definitely. That's one thing I think that we need to do as a people. You know, yeah, a healthy diet, but also add supplements to your diet. Vitamins. If you're low on minerals, you add some minerals to your diet too. When people think of diet, they think, oh, I gotta lose weight. No, dietary. What you put into your temple. You know, stock up on your vitamin C's and vitamin B's and vitamin E's and depending on what part of the country you're in, you might have to stock up on the vitamin D's because you ain't been getting a lot of the sunlight. So that's always a good thing to keep your temple healthy and stay away from those people that want to assess extra charges to you once you're hooked on amphetamines and things like that. Stay away from them hospitals. People that swear a oath, but really in these days and times they swear an oath to the insurance company because they want to maximize profits. And I'm not about increasing any profit for no puppet physician or any insurance companies. I would hope they would, keep struggling, and if you actually care, I'm not speaking about the people that actually care and actually even want to help people, but the ones that, see the general public as cattle. No, I hope you go out of your profession quick, fast, and in a hurry. But other than that, hopefully your night's been, going as it should. We're on a Thursday. We leaning towards a Friday. TGIF. Hopefully, you got some things planned for the weekend. Hopefully, you know, I want to say, I want to say this weekend we're supposed to be damn near all of the country is going to get hit with some severe weather. I mean, around these parts, I think it's just going to be Arctic temperatures, but I think a lot of East Coast and a lot of southern states are going to be hit with snowfall. So hopefully, if you're in those areas, you got all your necessary shopping and certain supplies that you need, you know, handled, so you don't have to worry about getting in that fray and that rush of everybody trying to hit the stores to restock everything. Let me try to get the special guest on. Just give me a couple seconds and I will add them to the conversation. Let's see.
Yo, yo.
What's going on, Will?
All right. You plug me on in.
You in right? You in like Flynn? You on live right now?
What's going on, people? Lottie Dottie, everybody.
For sure.
Man, it's been a minute, ain't it?
Yeah, it has been a minute.
Hey, can you hear me clear?
Yeah, I can hear you clear, crystal.
Oh, okay. I'm good. I'm still driving, but I'm almost to my destination.
Okay.
But we can still do it,
Right.
So how everybody been going?
Everything, this ongoing saga of the pandemic is kind of tripping me out. It seems like they got a new narrative every day.
Yeah, and they started changing the criteria. Seems like it.
Right.
They tell you 10 days, 12 days, 1 minute, and then the CDC change it and tell you 5 days. I guess they want you back to work real quick.
Right. Too many job sites been getting hit with them. Oh, I gotta stay home umpteen days because this is what essentially the state done said we gotta abide by.
Right. So what they say is necessary. Like, I guess they know when it's time for everybody to get sick and when it's time for them to get well again.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It's been tricky, but I applaud the ones that capitalize from it,
Right.
Cause it's right now in the situation we in. You can win or lose,
That's true. Matter of fact, let me say, Ray Shaw tapping in. He said, "Family, just checking in. What's going on, Shaw?"
Ray Shaw, what's happening, man? Long time, bro. I'm still here though. Everything's still copacetic,
Right.
So I hope everybody doing all and well and making it through this thing because it's been a hard one. I can tell you that.
Right, but one thing that I see about this, we done had a lot of world events or events that done happen in the U.S., but this is going across the globe. This is kind of totally different from a lot of things we done experienced in our lifetime.
Yeah, I say it's world changing. It's almost as great as the internet. It's world changing because seeing what the people that went through it, what they going through it, what they almost have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without assistance,
Mm-hmm.
So I applaud the people that's pulling through it because at the end of the day, we ain't got nobody but us.
That's true.
And so if we can make it through this right here, we can make it through anything, just about, until they figure out something else.
Right.
So
to me, this has helped perpetuating. They've been doing it in other ways, but the divide, between the races and things like that. Oh, they're not wearing a mask, or they're wearing a mask, or they've been vaxxed, or they've been unvaxxed. I mean, it's constant divide they want to keep creating. To, have people pitted against each other. You know.
Exactly. And at the same time, we can almost say it's meaningless for us to do anything about it for real. Like it's meaningless because they tell you to do one thing and then you still contract it, and then you see what I'm saying. They tell you to do another thing, and you know, ain't nothing 100%. You know what I'm saying? Bulletproof or whatever.
Right, but to see if people, take time and do their research, what's this medical encyclopedia dating back to '89, and you can probably
Yeah,
find this on the internet, and it shows all the different technical names for certain viruses, and they list the corona one. But if you
exactly.
give the other definition, it's the common cold. So
Right.
essentially, the common cold has been rebranded. Influenza has been rebranded. So,
Yeah,
and now it's like they want to put a monetized type thing on it. Because if you don't have it, these businesses are going to lose money from not being able to have certain patrons come into their businesses and things like that. While these big corporations get to still operate like ain't no problem.
exactly. And it's like me and you had talked before it even got to where it's at now. Like about the mandate and all this and all that, but at the same time, it's still they still have no, what I'm saying, conclusive evidence saying that anything can stop it.
Right.
you know, so if you do this or you do that, but we're still in the win lose situation.
Right, because it's like if you get the inoculation, you can still get it. So why am I
Right.
even getting it if I can still get it? That don't make sense.
It don't make sense. But now they making it to where you can't fly, you can't go nowhere or do nothing that you need to do because you gotta have that. And it don't make sense because, like I said, it's not 100%, safety.
Right, because the information I want to say it might be not Moderna but Pfizer. They said they want a court order ordering all the information behind like what it does to be released in 76 years. I mean, everybody that done probably got hit with it will be gone or having a couple marbles rolling around in their head around by that time.
Yeah, yeah. And then you can almost say that we all probably did hit with it to a certain degree. It just depends on how our body reacted to it. You know what I'm saying? For the illness and the sickness, we don't really know if the greater population of us probably could have already had this thing.
Right, but
you know?
think about it like this. I'll get one of those as soon as they stop running them chemtrails in the sky. They run them every day.
Hey, that's never where it is.
So we don't know what's coming down and affecting us from that. Period.
We got a lot of stuff to figure out because of that too, and not only that, because of how they done us in the past.
That too.
They expect us to just look over that and that ain't it's not fair to the people. That's
Right.
what I say.
It,
Like we should be able to have some control over our own self.
right. And but the thing is, even if something bad happens to you after if you be like, yeah, I'm gonna get the injection. If something bad happens to you, your family can't sue. Nobody
Right,
can be held accountable.
right.
So you'll just be gone. So I mean, come on, nah, that don't sound right.
Yeah, right. And then again we said again, a while back, like it ain't no really I'm trying to see how I can put it without being, I guess what I'm trying to say is they can't really prove to us that it's really working. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was really working, that everybody really be on the bandwagon. But we got ifs and doubts and what ifs and this might happen and the people that we see that's been had is still contracting it and still, I hate to say, but dying off it makes no sense.
Right. Or to me, the one that stands out, a lot of people don't research and know. If you do get the injection, you cannot you can no longer donate blood.
Right. And then we also said that anything that they put a patent on, they have control over.
Right.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We know that this being patented it's not nothing that's just, no mass hysteria. It's been patented and it's something that's got to take place, during this time in this area. It's been man-made, basically.
So does that mean if we go on further, since you done got this patented solution in your bloodstream, that you're no longer afforded certain rights? Could that
Right.
be it?
It's just like we was when we was young children. You probably can remember, but the 2000 babies don't remember now. But we had to have immunizations and all that. So that at the end of the day, that's a new form of immunization that they trying to force upon us.
Right. But now it's like in a form of you can't pass go. You can't do this without that.
Nothing.
In other
Nothing.
areas.
Right. Nothing. Nothing. They close the borders down on you and everything. You can't do nothing. And it's okay, you know what I'm saying, to try to get the people to take it and do whatever they want to do to try to survive. If they think it's good as not. But it's another thing to try to mandate it and enforce it on people. That's my thing. Like, you can't just physically make me, you know what I'm saying?
Right, that's true. But I also look at it like this: a mandate ain't a law. It's just okay. You can't go to a museum. You can't eat in a restaurant. Okay, I won't do that. You can't go to a movie show. Okay, I won't do that.
Mm-hmm. And then when you think about it, who really losing in the long run? Who really losing money in the long run? Because you got the majority of people saying that I'm not going to abide by these rules because they ain't working no way.
Right.
So, you got the majority that's on our side, I would say.
Yeah, but if you tune into the program and news media, they'll try to make it say, "Oh no, it's just only a fringe group that disagrees with what we're saying. A majority agrees with having injections and all that." Nah. I'm not believing anything you're saying that's coming out of any of these CNNs and Foxes and MSNBCs or any of that.
Right. They just trying to make us just keep on dumbing us down and dumbing us down and dumbing us down. And the sad part about it, they got a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, pushing the issue like if you don't get it, you gonna get, shit. I know people lost people and all that kind of stuff because I lost people, but at the same time, it's just it handles everybody different in a different way. To me, it seems like. For as pre-existing conditions and all that stuff, when you already sick and got health issues and all that, then I think that it have a tendency to take more of a, bad turn on you. But for the people that's in good health, you know what I'm saying, it's not effective as what they proclaim it to be.
Right.
And I ain't saying that anybody, can't know anybody to get it or whatever, but some people just bypass it and, you know what I'm saying, they just pass it on. They don't really, they may have symptoms or whatever, but they just pass it on to somebody else that may be more vulnerable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how I can skip some people and then go to other people,
Okay, now Lowe just tapped. Well, he been tapped in, but it wasn't showing me what he said. It said, "Yo, what's good, y'all? Been a while. Notification and reminders still didn't notify. They said the virus name comes from Antarctica. I heard." And he said, That's crazy how the Simpsons cartoon predicted all of that. Every time you get a shot, you have to get another better one that boosters."
Yeah. And when you look at it, it's actually not a prediction. It's just what they, propagandize, I guess, for them to put into motion or whatever.
Right.
It's what they showing us that's to come.
True.
And just like anything else, like, Back to the Future and the hoverboard and anything else.
Right.
They tell us all this stuff ahead of time for us to get prepared.
Right, because man, that's one people forget about. That I like that you brought that up. Back to the Future too, especially when they show flat screen TVs. There wasn't no flat screen TVs back in '89 when that came out.
Right. And then you think about the Jetsons and all that when they was putting it in cartoons with the cell phones and the, you know what I'm saying, all these robot vacuums and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's just, it ain't nothing new under the sun. It's just new to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In our era and time. But it's the same game over and over again.
Right. Just think about it like this. Probably, and a lot of people don't think about it like this, but 2030 Cadillacs is probably, they're in existence right now. We just haven't seen them.
Oh, yeah. It's just like that, I don't know if you've been watching the YouTube video or not, that new, what is that, an Audi or Mercedes or whatever that new one is? I don't know if you've seen it or not, but they've been already showing that and advertising that. It won't be ready probably for another 10, 15 years, but they only got one or two, maybe there's some model cars. So they put those models out there first and they experiment on them.
Huh.
And then they, you know what I'm saying, it's a process, you know what I'm saying? But ain't no doubt that they already have the time, got the technology. The technology already there. It's just about bringing the people up to speed and getting the people comfortable with what's going on.
Right. Just like like holograms, like, you know, it's probably machines that can beam a hologram right in your house. Because think about it like this: if you watch the movie Hologram for a King with what's his name, Tom Hanks. He goes over Saudi Arabia to get sell holographic technology to the king over there in I want to say in Saudi Arabia, but someone beats him to the punch. But what essentially is hologram technology where it looks like the person is right there with you.
Right. It ain't no different than, you know, HD TV or camcorder or, you know, they already had that stuff, you know what I'm saying, before we can even put our hands on it.
Right.
You know, before they was able to, you know, film and go into the industry with all this new technology for as movies and all that stuff to make the movies so clear and all that. They had the technology already. But just think, they just released that to us a few years ago, so how far have they gotten?
Right. Yeah, that would really make you wonder, because I want to say usually they say the technology is 50 years behind. Like,
right.
We're 50 years behind, but they're 50 years ahead, so.
Right. And then you look at China and look at what they got going on. We so far behind China, like, it's crazy. They already created a whole new sun and everything.
Yeah, I seen that the artificial sun that went up. I seen that.
And then everything we buy is pretty much coming from China, and we wonder why, you know, we slow on imports and goods, and why we, you know what I'm saying? Essentially, they getting ready to cut us off.
Right.
You know, because we took all our businesses over there and wanted to help build them up and get all our businesses out the U.S., and now they took advantage of that, and then fast forward 10, 15, 20 years later, look what we're dealing with. We messed up, man.
Right.
Because we ain't got nothing on American soil. For real, everything is overseas.
Yep.
Right. So,
you think about it, we used to have malls. Like, I mean, malls still exist, but not in the way they used to exist, where it was, you know, actual brick and mortar stores that, you know, made things and things like that. Most of the stuff that's sold in the malls now is coming from China. And most of what people do now, they go through Amazon and order stuff. That's why a lot of those malls died off, because it's like, I can just order that. I don't have to go to the mall or out to the store.
Yep. And I remember like 10, maybe 15 years ago, when they was telling people to invest in Amazon, it was gonna be a real big thing. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have invested in them back then.
Right.
I see right now they didn't overgrow Walmart and all that.
Right.
Ain't nothing bigger than Amazon right now. Just think 10 years ago.
Right.
At least. But, you know, if you pay attention, they started building like Dollar Generals and dollar stores and all that. But for what at the end of the day?
Right, because they sell essentially just little trinket stuff in there. It make me think, and some of them stores, yeah, they're building them, but some of them I'm seeing wiped out. Like this used to be this. This is no longer here. I'm like, wait a minute.
And that's the point I'm making. Fast as they build them, they going out of business. Like what is really happening? Because we already know that so many out of these certain bloodlines, but we still know that a certain people is in control of everything.
Right.
Just like we got one person may own 3 or 4 networks on TV under different names.
Right.
So it's still been controlled by the same elites. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so all they doing now is narrowing down their businesses. Like we're gonna cut all this out, and we're gonna maintain this in order to keep the people under control. They gotta get control. The main thing is control.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll do all this and build all this and build all that to make us think that we progress, and then in reality we fucked up.
Yeah, because think about a lot of these, and then I think a lot of times people don't look at it like this. Like, oh no, they built this new, say Walmart or something like that. Because we had a Walmart around here that it was brand new. They built it up, but then it closed. But
Right.
what people don't know, they can repurpose that building for something else.
Right. So,
But what
they spend their money and their time and they building it. But my main thing is, why are you building it, knowing that 6 months or a year later or 18 months later that you're going to go out of business and you're going to lose this? So here we got all these empty businesses, you know what I'm saying, closing down, and they started building. What's really going on?
Mm-hmm.
Or y'all preparing for martial law.
Right.
You know, because they got enough buildings right now to put people in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And fixing people off.
And I've been noticing this too. I don't know if you noticed where you're at, Will, but in our town we got a lot of storage facilities, like upright storage facilities going up.
Yeah, but they don't stay up. They don't stay open long. That's my thing. Like, why y'all building all these big brick and mortar buildings, and then y'all started telling us that it's a drought coming, and it's shortage of food and not, but y'all still Popeye chicken and everything else. They ain't running out of nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what is the shortage? The shortage is in the stores. It ain't in fast food. So what y'all telling me to buy more fast food?
Fast food. I also noticed this. Like I went in a grocery store, matter of fact, Hy-Vee, and all the regular chicken that was, probably grown from like independent farms, all that was gone. But the chicken that was left was that smart chicken. I'm like, well, what's smart chicken? What's different with this chicken? Why it's so many of those packets of that there, but all the other real organic stuff is gone.
It's gone. Everything fake and GMO and grown in the lab.
Right.
And they wanna give up that. Like, it's just like the fruits and the watermelon with the seeds and all that. Everything's seedless now.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been saying that for the longest. Like, y'all, they didn't got some lakers. They didn't sort up all the goods. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they feeding us the trash.
Right.
To kill us off.
Yeah, because I got a couple cucumbers a couple days ago, and I sliced it up. And it ain't no seeds. It's just like gel on the inside. I'm like, what is this? It ain't no seeds. I remember coming up, it'd be seeds in that, you could barely bite down on eating a cucumber.
If it ain't got a seed in it ain't real. So, and they holler about Whole Foods and all that, but it's still all the same.
Right.
You go to Whole Foods, you're still buying the same thing. It ain't nothing, no nutrition in it, And that's one of the main reasons why we can't grow as a people.
Right. And I also noticed when they say it's shortage, yeah, when it comes to meat, but when it comes to like chips and salt and candy, that's fully stocked.
Yeah, they got that, and they got plenty of alcohol and everything CBD and whatever else you want that's bad for you. They got it.
Right.
But all the good stuff being stripped from the shelves. So, they said it'll be days like this, but they actually here now though.
Now, Lo also said, getting ready for the virtual matrix world. We already here that's already here.
It's here. People are talking about that what's the name
Meta.
Yeah, that Meta. Yeah, people are talking about that. Yeah, that's gonna be real crazy. You think Facebook and all that stuff crazy? It's gonna be real crazy.
Yeah, people strapping on them virtual reality glasses and tuning out for real.
You don't know what's gonna happen between those with that virtual reality, because it seems all good and fun and games right now. But just think about that stuff, man. When your subconscious and the stuff they finna put out there for you to get straight direct, images from straight glasses to your dome. You know what I mean? It's gonna mess you up. You're gonna have people really dying and freaking out because the vision and stuff so close. It seems so real that you know what I'm saying. It essentially sends you into a heart attack.
Right, but think about it like this: like it was a while ago. People like, okay, people getting shot and killed. What's this over with? We ain't hear nothing in the streets. But it's people banging on the Facebook and stuff like that, posting certain things, and I know your location and getting people like that. But a lot of folks that weren't tuned in, they wasn't understanding that. Like, yeah, that's a thing now.
Yeah, internet gangsters. Well, you ain't got to bang on the street no more. You can bang on the internet, and they just say where you at, pull up, and handle your business.
Right. But the thing is, then you're really doing the detective's job, because you're like, okay, he had transmission with this person. They got the thing that sent whatever back and forth. We know who to convict automatically.
Exactly. All they got to do is have your cell phone and camera footage. And if they can prove you pinged that cell phone tower and get video surveillance, you out of here.
Yep.
You out of here, man. It's over with for that.
So I could just imagine once that virtual reality stuff really get running, what ill things will come up out of that.
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be suicide. We think the suicide rate up now. It's gonna be up, man, because it's gonna be so real to them. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's heart ain't pumping the same.
Right.
It's gonna fuck some people up, man, for real. Like, just when they start including all that other dangerous stuff, because right now they got it all fun and it's all nice, but the darker side of that, you know what I'm saying? And then your vision, your eye vision and all that stuff, you getting a direct hit, you getting a direct euphoria. It's almost like smoking crack 20 times, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they finding a way to hit you real hard, But we got to stay up on that and stay education about it and educate ourselves about what's going on and what they trying to do to us.
And I also see censorship is like at an all-time high too. I mean, a lot of things that you used to find information on, I mean, it's not like you can't find it, but it's making it harder for you to find it.
Yeah. If you post it and it's real and it makes sense, they don't even worry about trying to give you a strike or nothing. They just go ahead and delete it. Yep. You can't find it. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't fitting what they want, the narrative, what they want, they just go ahead and block you out now. So it's up to you know what I'm saying. You can now. If you want to play the game and repost and all that, then yeah, go ahead. But that first 2 or 3 times, they're going to pull that down.
Right. And then some people will be like, well, no, because this one person, they're always on saying whatever. I'm like, that's the controlled opposition. They're going to let them fly.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They done sold their soul already, so they can say what they want to say. But if you one of those ones that's talking real and putting good information out there, they don't want to deal with you.
Right.
They gon' the algorithm gonna put you so far down in the playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Might not be able to find you.
Right.
Maybe days before you get discovered. Like, you know, I done seen it. I done seen, well, even you. I done seen where you done post something and then I get it hours or either days later. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
You know.
But this platform say they play fair with everybody. No, I done seen it. They don't.
They don't play fair with nobody. Nobody but who they choose to, whoever that's, you know what I'm saying, catering to them. But we already know what it is at the end of the day.
Right, right.
We already know what it is. They ain't gonna give us a foot up or a hand up, so we know what it is. But for the ones that don't know what it is, they gonna either say they don't know or they gonna pretend they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we already know who that is. So, you know, well, they ain't done me like that. They ain't do me. I put out content all day. I do it, yeah, but you somebody else though. You know,
right?
You ain't none of us. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So they know, man. They know.
Now, Lowe said, he said, we snowed in grocery store out of food. And he said, you remember the movie Demolition Man? Yeah, there's a lot of hidden gems in Demolition Man, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And then we can go back 3 or 4, 5 years ago, you know, to all the zombie movies that they started releasing, all these old zombie movies.
Yeah.
We know what that's about, you know. They trying to starve the people out, you know.
Yeah,
you know, it's all kind of stuff, man. All I can say is pay attention, stay alert, and stay alive, you know, if you want to survive.
Right. And keep a nice you know, a pantry full of food. You know, keep your stuff stocked up. You know, for when things start to change like they are changing.
If you got to go out and buy something every day, go out and buy something every day because the store's getting limited now. They tell it when you go to Costco's and Sam's and all that, you ain't getting no bulk or nothing. You can only buy so many.
Right.
They monitoring whatever you buy, so you can't think you're finna go there and spend so much money and get a survival kit. You ain't finna get that. You got to go every day or every other day and stockpile.
Yeah, build it like that.
Mm-hmm. Because everything's at an all-time limit right now, and they know the people that's got money, they trying to buy up everything so they can survive.
Right.
And for us, the ones on the bottom that ain't got it, we gonna catch it if we can't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
So we in the war, y'all. So if you don't want to believe it or not, we in the war. Spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Right.
You know, and emotionally.
That's what I really think World War III is about. It's about that. It's one that, it's not traditional.
It ain't about bullets and ammunition and all that no more. They ain't got past that.
Right.
It's about conquering your mind. You know, we can get your mind. We ain't worried about nothing else. You ain't gonna pull no trigger.
Right.
They that good. You know, we think they ain't, but they that good. They've been studying not only us but people.
Period. You know, right.
So long. We think it's a black and white thing, but they study all ethnicities and native and cultures, and they study everything.
Right. So they basically got everybody categorized. Okay, we can hit them with this and say this. This will trigger them this way, and this will trigger these other people like this.
Yeah, they got a certain group of people that'll study a certain group of people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put you on the African Americans, you study them, and then you study the Europeans, and then you study the Chinese, and then you study you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they get us, through studying. because they know we don't half of us don't want to study. We don't want to do research. We believe everything Wikipedia say.
Right.
And that meaning every day. So it ain't like you going to a normal Wikipedia or a dictionary, and ain't none of that no more.
Right.
Whatever Wikipedia say and Google say, that's what's supposed to be factual.
Mm-hmm.
And we know it ain't always right all the time.
Right, because like you said, it's constantly being edited.
Yeah. I can go in there and make a word up right now and say the definition of this word mean this, and they'll add it to Wikipedia. Just that simple. I might gotta pay or whatever, but it can be added in there.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever I say about life or religion or politics or whatever, it'll be added in there. Don't mean that it's necessarily true. It's just I went through the process.
Right.
So it's a game, now. We've been bamboozled again.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people feel, oh no, we arrived. I got this. I got this going on. Oh, all that can go instantaneously. You can't count things like, oh, this is always gonna be here. Just like you never thought that. Okay, curfew. You got to be in. If you ain't in, you're getting arrested. What?
Right.
Wait a minute.
Automatic. That's a form of martial law.
Right.
They slowly but surely, implement it in on us. They're gonna put it in there so it's gonna be full effect. With all these disasters and all this weather and all that stuff, they're gonna make it a way to where they're gonna be in control.
Right.
You see?
Because think about it like this. There used to be a lot of stores that were 24 hours. Now, after that hit, they closed down 10, 11. They closed.
Right.
That means the town's shut down.
Especially McDonald's. McDonald's, everybody know McDonald's was 24 hours. And Walmart, McDonald's, everybody knows that. But not lately.
Right.
Everything been closing lately. And it's by design. It's by design. And if we don't have no mom and pop store and nobody to stay open all night for us, we messed up.
Right.
Because guess what? When them folks say they ain't gonna open their store, they ain't gonna open their store. Who's gonna rely on? If we ain't got nobody in the hood,
right? Because that's another thing that I think this new generation doesn't understand. Like back in the day, it used to be independent gas stations and a lot of independent stuff. It got bought up by commercial now. You rarely see an independent gas station. Rarely.
Yep. Right. They put the land. They raised the price so high on the land that was able to produce those resources to where the people can't afford it. And so now we almost gotta abide by it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so they bought up all the land and all the resources. Now it's whatever they say. You get it or you don't.
Right.
And that's a bad thing. The small business owners can't make no money now.
Yeah, I guess the same will go with farms too, because there's a lot of commercial farms instead of independent growers and things like that.
Yeah, I saw a little small documentary the other day where it was on 60 Minutes, where they was interviewing the black farmers, and they was saying why it was so hard for the black farmers was saying why it was so hard for them to get these contracts. You know what I'm saying? To make their ends meet.
Right.
And they was being shut out of a lot of the stuff because, the hierarchy didn't want to deal with them because of the skin color, basically. You know what I'm saying? So they got all this land and they producing all these potatoes and all this, farm and all this stuff, and then people not want to deal with you, so you ain't making no money. And then now your crop's going bad. So they trying to really starve you out of your land.
That too, or they have, like, say they have their farm next to yours. If any of their stuff blows over and your stuff starts having this, the same type of basically because their stuff is GMO and it's patented. If you start growing that, it's like, oh, you're infringing. So now you're getting fined for that.
Right. And then what they was talking about was like, these big franchises that we buy from all the time, Coca-Cola and Pepsi and all these people that they don't want to contract with the blacks, in other words.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a real big, huge issue going on with that right now, which is why, they ain't getting off their feet. Because everybody being, like, we being blackballed.
Right.
We being exiled. Like, if they black, don't deal with them. We'll starve them out of their land and out of their resources, and we'll get it in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So they're making it harder for us to produce for ourselves, in other words.
Right.
So it's crazy, man. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my lifetime. So, and I understand politics and the way they got this system set up that, it ain't set up for us to win at all.
Right.
No kind of way, I don't care which way we turn, it's not set for us to win. I ain't saying we can't win, but you better be very strategic.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be very tedious in what you're doing.
Right.
Because they looking to find you, the IRS trying to get you, anybody trying to get you out of any violation, And it's not, it ain't like that for everybody.
No, it's not.
It ain't. It really ain't. It's just us. When they say follow the rules, they follow the rules. Strictly to us. They don't. The rest of them don't abide by them rules.
Right.
They give us all that red tape. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. You gotta get permit for this. You gotta get permit for that. You gotta get soil samples. You gotta get come on, man, all that.
When it comes to them, my uncle runs that. Don't worry about that. We can bypass all that. Come on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I work for such and such. Oh, that's my buddy, man. Oh, yeah, you work for him. Yeah, man, come on in. You know what I'm saying? You get the hookup.
Right. Oh, you trying to get that government contract to do the roads? Oh, come on. This is no problem. Oh, we don't. How long has your business been around? And it'll be different for one of us. Oh, I don't know. It didn't show too much profit. I don't know if you can get that bid and all that kind of craziness.
Right. But we generally tell everybody 30 days, but sir, you go ahead and we can move this process real fast for you, and we can probably have this for you in about a week or two, sir, and everything will be okay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they come to us, then you gotta do this, you gotta do. They real stern. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, though. And then half of us don't know how to communicate and talk no way, so we ain't gonna get nothing no way. Cause they gonna say he ain't talking right. He too ghetto.
Right. He wasn't exhibiting professionalism.
Right. He came in the job interview and he had some locks on his head. He ain't fitting our criteria. So
Right.
It's the game, man. Everywhere we look, it's a game. And I don't feel bad about saying it, because it is what it is, and it's blatant.
Right.
It ain't like they hide from us how they feel about us. It's blatant.
Mm-hmm.
And every time and the thing that hurt me the most is every time we look around and I go on social media on a platform or something, somebody gotta apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said, come on, man. When y'all gonna stop being unapologetic?
Right. What's the latest one with Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, sorry, she didn't go on the holler now.
Mm-hmm.
All the money she got, you can't quit with the few million you got. You can't say how you feel.
Right. That made me think, did you really even have any money?
Right. Yeah, you finna die the next 15, 10, and 20 years or whatever, so shit. You might well get it off your chest.
Right.
You can't carry it with you.
Right.
They didn't pimp you all of your life. Go ahead and tell somebody else what to look for.
But what it is, we had the example. See how they did Bill Cosby? I don't want to be like that. I don't want them to put them skeletons up out of my closet. What I really done did and things like that. So that keep me in line.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I peeped this. Remember when what's his name? Nick Cannon was all under. Oh, he said this and all this.
Oh yeah.
As soon as he apologized, he's back in back in our good graces now, as long as he apologized and things. No, man, I'm not apologizing.
Right.
No. What I said is what I said.
They said he apologized over 30 sometimes. He had to get rabbi counseling and all that.
Right.
I said, come on, man. For you to say how you feel, and then they perpetrating the fraud from the jump, like they the perpetrators. Like, come on, man. I ain't not seen not one of them folks say what they said and come back and apologize to black people.
Never.
Never. I don't care if it cost their job, their career. They ain't finna say I'm sorry to damn nigga. You know? Sorry to say that, but you know.
Hey, it's the truth.
They ain't finna apologize. I ain't seen not one of them apologize to her. I ain't seen not one of them disrespect, not one of us disrespect Elvis Presley or all these other so-called prominent musicians or actors or whatever. It's always that we get, crapped on.
Right.
They don't never say anything about, the Weinstein or Elvis or all these folks. He got married to a young girl. She was 14 years old or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They ain't brought none of that up.
Right. Talking about he a pedophile. No, he was the king. I mean, he's fitting the criteria of pedophile. What are you talking about?
You want to holler about R. Kelly and all that, all that kind of stuff, Michael Jackson and all that, them folks been dead, and you still want to
talking about them.
Still want to give them time. They wish right now I can dig them up right now and put them in the cell.
Right.
It's crazy. The light always on us extra,
Mm-hmm.
But I always look at Hugh Hefner and all of them. He was one of the biggest.
Right.
And they got yet to tell. I want to see that story they trying to put out about Hugh Hefner. I bet you about 30% of it'll be truth and the rest of it'll be bogus.
Right, you know it.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be right. And we know what he did.
Right, and I want to say he was quiet when that situation came about with Bill Cosby. I'm like, but this supposed to be your guy though, but you quiet. See?
Yeah, but he lived and died and got a chance to sail away in the sun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the rest of them, they got to be tainted. They ain't got to have something on it. You see, but he got away scot-free. He had 1 million women.
Mm-hmm.
Penthouse and pimping and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And nobody never said nothing. But then when the black folks start trying to pimp and do whatever, it's a crime now.
Right.
They say shit about Hugh Hefner.
Oh, he's having his way. Oh no, Hugh Hefner's a businessman. He's great. No.
Yeah, entrepreneur, businessman, / playboy, bunny. He had all kind of, attachments to his name. It's crazy though. I just want to the masses really do understand like what we up against.
Right.
And I'm only talking as far as our race. I ain't concerned no other, people. Like I'm just concerned with us, like, cause we always buying out and selling out to a lot of stuff. I want to see somebody say, "God damn it, I ain't sorry."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said it and I admit it. I ain't sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of these folks backpedaling and all that kind of stuff. If y'all gonna get my money and take my money, go ahead and get it then.
Right.
You're stupid because you should have had something put up somewhere else anyway.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have all your eggs in one basket no way.
I was talking about this situation with Famo. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Now, a lot of people don't know that Red Fox was good friends with Malcolm X.
Yeah.
But remember when he was running into tax trouble, they made sure to have a camera crew come down when the IRS was taking all the stuff out of his house and all that. I'm like, that wasn't on purpose. That was on purpose. That wasn't an accident. They wanted to like basically defame him. Like, look, he don't know how to manage his money and all this kind of stuff. But could have been that he was good friends with Malcolm X.
Could have been. They could have been the modern day TMZ back then. That was TMZ back then, so you know how that went. They was really extra then. It was all in your business then. You know, we couldn't do nothing then. And the thing about it is, you know, I appreciate Martin Luther King and all that, but the only thing I hate is he included everybody. You know what I'm saying? You should have just stuck to your people, you know what I'm saying? But when you start talking about, you know, love your enemy and everybody and all this and all, come on, man. You know, to me, you know, not saying that he didn't have good intentions, but, you know, even he realized that he led us into a burning house of fire. You know, even he realized that.
But you figure his funders were the Rothschilds, so I mean that speaks volumes in itself right there. So.
And then when you think about it, and when you go even deeper, like essentially, who really made you? Who made you the face of the Negroes?
Right.
You know, ain't no different than I could say the same thing about Farrakhan. Who made you the face? Like, you know,
right?
Who said you control these Negroes?
Right.
You know, because we ain't vote you in.
Right.
At the end of the day, ain't nobody said you was our leader. Or, you know, I appreciate what you're doing, what you're trying to do, but we didn't put you in that position. Right. Because believe me, the things that you're saying now, everybody else said 50 years ago and them folks dead. They got killed.
Right.
So what makes you feel like you can say all this and still be able to live without being a sellout?
Controlled opposition. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, man, but they're speaking, but they're allowed to speak.
It sound good, and you know, and it sound effective and all that, but the community's still suffering. Right. You know, you was right there in Chicago and all that, and you still got a gang of violence going on around you, man. Like, you ain't solved nothing. You know, you got this great big mosque and all this and all that, and all this, you know, but where you work at? You know, I'm talking about the people in the community where they can say that he actually came down to the community and really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did something monumental where there was some actual changes going on.
I'm talking about the position you in and where you at right now. I'm talking about all across the globe. Right. Why you ain't did a worldwide tour city to city and came down south and went everywhere in the ghettos? You see what I'm saying? Right. So, who put you in position of authority? Over 2,000 my listeners.
Just like what's so crazy, I think back to this, and a lot of people don't know, you know, once Gaddafi was assassinated by mercenaries, it went to being slavery back in Libya. But that happened under whose watch? Obama.
That's right.
Now, come on.
Yep. He heard us way more than he helped us. And I hate to say it because I might get bashed for that, but at the same time, it is what it is. Right. Then you got a Donald Trump that everybody hated that did more for everybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he was angel or whatever. Right. If they bashed this man, that man kept checks and shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? He kept that money coming out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Look at what Biden did and doing.
Yeah, look at where the gas prices are at. Shoot.
Yeah, everybody want Trump out of office. He a racist and all that, but Trump had that money coming.
For real.
See, Biden, you ain't got nothing. Where your stimulus at? We still in the pandemic. Where your stimulus at?
Right. Yeah, the pandemic ain't, that hasn't ended. But you made sure that stimulus ended. So I mean, what is it?
Unemployment, stimulus, all that's gone. But they hollering about Trump. We need Trump back. For real, man. Like, see, he did more than Obama did. For real. Right. The way I look at it, like, and I understand Obama couldn't probably do what he wanted to do, but at the same time, he did what he wanted to do. Because Trump came in office, man, he wasn't there a week. And that man I ain't seen that man doing nothing but writing, signing off, writing. Every time they show a commercial or something, he done sign up on something. I don't know what the fuck he done sign off on, but he done sign something. You know, and I ain't saying he don't righteous man or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing by far. Right. He was just more, he was just more transparent to us. And see, now we got a hidden hand. We don't know what's going on.
For real.
We really don't know what we lost again.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we can't win nowhere. We go Democrat, Republican. We ain't gonna win nowhere. It's all, like you say.
The fix is in. Shoot.
Would you say, dang? Yeah, it's all a Ponzi scheme.
Right.
One big Ponzi scheme. That's all it is. They're gonna tell us to vote for the lesser
of two evils. Right.
Two lesser than two evils. Like shit. Like one evil better than the next evil.
Right. Evil is evil.
So you see what we is the people. And for the half of the people that don't know, I'm finna go on and tell y'all we up under one ruler dictatorship anyway. Ain't no president, we in a dictatorship.
Right.
America is done. We owned by China and all these other folks. We in debt. They said that 6 years ago. We've been in debt trillions of dollars. We ain't got all that debt yet.
Right, because what does America produce? Really, what do we produce? We don't produce anything.
We became a lazy country. And everybody else capitalizing off of us because we sent all our businesses over there to these other folks. And guess what? These folks were poor. They ain't have shit.
Right.
And you think these folks ain't capitalized off of that and learn to start putting their minds together and looking at us? We end up with some fools now.
And they got billions on their side. We ain't on the billions like that.
Nah, we crazy. We gave our gems away. We robbed and stole from it and killed for it and all that, but at the end of the day, we gave it all back away. All these folks that moved over here from across the seas and all that, if something's happening right now, we out of it, man.
Right.
Like for real, we out of it. And then we might still got a little fight power, but see, just think 10 years from now, 20 years from now, we over with, man. We exasperated because there's so many folks over here that ain't from here that we ain't got no win. If they all choose to stick together and band together, we dead. So essentially, we didn't committed suicide.
Yeah, Lowe just said facts.
That we did. We committed suicide. We killed ourselves. But you want to close the borders down for Nigeria and Africa and all that, but you want to open them up for all these other places. Right. You see, to wash us out, but you're hurting yourself in the long run because we built the country. How you gonna wash us out? And we the originators. Right. You can't do it. It's all, you try and do the impossible. So I see the big picture, man. We in the world of trouble at the same time, and they just telling us basically every man for himself. Right. Ain't no friends, no homies, we all for ourselves. We ain't got nobody.
And then you can really see it because it's like they want to kill people associating with each other. I mean, it used to be places. I mean, we done talked about this a lot, but like pool halls, arcade places. I'm not counting bars and things like that. I'm talking about places where you ain't getting intoxicated, where you can actually, have conversations about things. Those places are going. A lot of the elders are dying off, where it used to be kind of like a gathering hub for us and stuff like that. Everybody want to be jealous of each other, like, I got more than you and all this kind of stuff, when it didn't used to be like that. You used to applaud and congratulate when your cousin or a good friend, somebody comes up with something. Now it's all like, he only got this because of that, and a lot of backbiting and backstabbing.
He ain't got no money. When we was going to the arcade machine, hey, nigga, you got 15 cents, I got 25. Let's put something in here. You know what I'm saying? Right. And now it's, nigga, you broke, you ain't got no money. I got it. I pay, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Ego. That ego. That ego done changed a whole lot. Those flashy things and jewelry and all that stuff, it done changed us as a people. Even they say said that back in the Willie Lynch letter. You know, give them something nice and shiny.
Right.
You know, I remember it was once said that they even pulled out a stack of pennies and pulled the pennies out and pulled a stack of dollars out and asked the Negro which one he wanted. The Negro chose the damn pennies. So I heard that one too. You know, all them dollars stacked up there, the Negro chose the pennies because they was shiny. So, you know, all kind of stuff. Experiments on us, you know.
Right. A lot of people like to discuss. Well, that happened so long ago. It wasn't that long ago that Tuskegee happened. It wasn't long ago at all.
None of that happened. It wasn't 40 years ago. None of that happened. Like even 50 years ago, the brown paper bag experience. None of that, all that stuff is still relevant to this day. You know, the lighter skin, you gotta be brown paper, you gotta be paper skin, or your skin gotta be a certain tone in order for you to get this grip, or whatever. You gotta be a certain size. You can't be too fat. You can't be. What about talent? What happened with talent?
Right.
You know, just being able to be yourself. You know, they took that from us. And now we can't be ourselves. We got to have everybody gotta have a big booty and a big chest and all that old kind of stuff, you know? We can't be ourselves no more. It's gone.
Yeah, Lotus said divide and conquer. Most definitely divide and conquer.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. They ain't even dividing no more because they didn't already conquered. They already got what they wanted.
Right.
We just playing it out. You know?
Yeah, it's like, what was it, going through the motions? Like, it'll eventually happen. We'll just wait and watch.
We just, it's everything going just according to how we playing. We expected for it to go just like this. We put all these guns and drugs in the neighborhood 30 years ago, and this is the result of it. So, you know, we expect for the world to be like this 30 years from now. It's a game. Let's try this. We experiment. Let's put this in the lab. Okay, we got this virus or whatever. Let's put it out there and see 10 years from now what it's gonna do. How, you know what I'm saying? What else can we create out of this? Create everything out of mass hysteria.
Right, and then with that being in place, then we could, you know, write laws that will take away certain rights.
Exactly. Order out of chaos. Same thing. Order out of chaos. We create chaos and we get y'all in order. That's what it's always been. Every time we think that the people starting to get out of control, we'll put some out there to get them back in the lines.
Right. We'll use fear with all of this. You know, even when it's dating back to them Twin Towers up in New York. Oh, these Arabs over here in the caves. Man, I'm not worried about none of that. Why are you trying to put fear? I'm not fearing none of that. I'm not so much fearing. I'm concerned with what y'all doing over here. The ones that's, you know, feeding me this news. That's what I'm concerned with. I ain't worried about nobody up in no cave.
Exactly. Because they ain't worried about us. They can't even get to us. They can't even get to us.
Right.
They in the cave. How they gonna get to us?
Across the water. A lot of water. Come on, man.
We worried about this. They got us worried about them. And they control it. See, that's their left hand doing what the right hand ain't doing. They controlling you on the left hand and feeding you the same thing on the right hand. It ain't no different than what they did to us back in the days. You know, hey, go to war. Let's go over here to Japan or Russia, whatever it is. We got to go over here and kill so many people. They ain't. We got a terrorist over there, and then come to find out 30 years later, you over there getting opioid.
Right. While having population control still going on. So you killing people, and you essentially you're getting like opium, and like you said, but you're actually, you know, diminishing certain populations that you don't really see eye to eye with.
Yeah. And then the one you feel sorry for, you go over there and bomb them and you help build them back up.
Right.
And then you put you in a base over there. be friends now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game.
And basically, that basis, hey, we keeping you in line. We just like giant military police. You know, we gonna make sure you're gonna abide by what we
Yeah.
went to war about.
We got a way in and out to control you and make sure that you doing what we say do.
Mm-hmm. Control all your ports of everything. So, oh, you're not doing right. Oh, we throw some sanctions down where you won't, get food or something like that or medical supplies that you may need in your country.
Yeah. That's just like OSHA. They just like OSHA, just a big old OSHA.
Hmm.
When OSHA come, they gonna find something wrong. I don't give a fuck how clean you got it. OSHA gonna find something wrong.
Hmm.
They ain't gonna never come inspect your facility and not find something wrong. Their job is to find something wrong.
Right.
Even if it ain't wrong. So you can't win.
Hmm.
So they gonna find something wrong. And they gonna tell you what you need to do to get it right. Or else.
Right.
Ain't no option. You need to do this right here, or else we gonna find you.
Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna be little.
Yeah. If you fail to pay, then guess what? We'll just shut you on down and take your business from you. We'll make sure you're no longer operating and running.
Right.
So, it's a jam, man. It's a jam. Yep. What old school been doing, man? He been chilling. I seen you on there with him a few times.
Yeah, he been chilling, but since it's been so cold around here, a lot of times we be staying put. I mean, I know I could do it over the phone, but he likes to do it actually in person. So.
Yeah. Man, that weather got to be a beast up there.
Oh yes. Like today was what they said. It felt like 22 below wind chill. This morning, yeah, it was Arctic.
Goddamn blaze like a knife hitting you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm sitting out here with short sleeves on right now.
You rub it in my face like, yeah, enjoying this night.
I ain't trying to rub it in. It's getting a little cool, but shit, it's still feeling good right now.
Let me see what temperature is right now. Let me see.
It's supposed to get a little cool, like probably like down in the 30s or something.
30s.
Yeah, they don't get too bad. It said 30s like that ain't nothing.
Right, like right now it's 1 below. 1 below.
Mm-hmm. I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine that, but golly. Y'all got snow?
Yeah, but I mean it's snow that's been around for a while, so it ain't crazy.
But I'm talking about you'd rather have that snow than have what you got now, though, right?
Oh yeah, because like when it's snowing, it's warmer.
Yeah, they say that snow be warm. It gotta get warm for it snow. So yeah.
Because I mean, it can snow when it's like this, but it's just like dust snow almost.
Yeah, it
ain't major.
It was that 1 below. I wouldn't even go outside. I ain't going outside for nothing 1 below.
Right. You could take a cup of cold water and throw it up in the air and it turn to steam. That's how it's like.
I ain't never experienced nothing like that. I love to see that before I, leave the earth, but I ain't never seen it that cold.
Huh.
I would have to experience it one time, at least one time.
You be like, I never want to do that again. Man. It's crazy.
Golly. I know my own boy said he went to Detroit. He got people in Detroit. He said he went up there during the winter time. And the whole while he was there, they couldn't open his front door. He couldn't wait to get back home.
Well, that's why you be seeing people up in Detroit, here, Chicago, everybody be wearing, if you got the money, them big minks and things like that, because it's like, you can really wear it and you'll be comfortable in it because it's keeping you warm.
I like that. See, I like that attire up north though. That's my thing about it. I like what y'all be wearing, man. See, down here it don't get cold enough for me to wear nothing.
Right.
I love to dress and put on, jackets and stuff, man. But we can't wear it down here because it don't be cold enough. If I was up there, just for a little while, I just want to enjoy putting on something that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to say I was up here and I put that on and I was feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, moving around the town, and I understand.
Yeah. So I do want to experience that. I ain't gonna say I can hack it, but I do want to experience it. Yep.
Man, we've been on 75 minutes. That's the longest I've been on in a long time. That long. Usually I be out in about 29 minutes and things.
Yep.
But that's crazy. You done got a notification. Lowe said he didn't, so they still picking and choosing who gets notifications and who doesn't.
Make sure you got it on all personalized because they'll click it off of that. If you start subscribing to a lot of stuff and start, watching a lot of more stuff than what you've been normally watching, the algorithm it'll kick you down, way down to the, you know what I'm saying? So I had to figure that out. I gotta keep pulling you up and keeping you in my playlist, as relevancy. When you start not getting relevant, like they'll start pushing you down to the bottom of the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why every now and then I just go on there and I hit the like button because that really does help the algorithm, Or I subscribe to it again, or I watch what I really do is I watch something else again that you already reposted, and I watch it, and that'll keep me in the loop. You know what I'm saying? So if you post something else, it'll come right back to me within a matter of whenever you post it, whatever. But if I don't watch or participate in whatever you got going on, it won't let me pick it up after so long. Yeah, so I kind of figured it out a little bit. Like I gotta watch you every day to keep you on my playlist, basically.
It's crazy. Like if I just say, how sometimes they show different things and you click on it. If you ain't never watched this person, the next couple of times they'll always recommend that stuff. But I can watch like one thing of mine off of a device that ain't even connected. It won't even recommend it at all. So, like I said, I know how they pick and choose who they want to see, whatever.
I tell you another thing. It might sound spooky or it might sound weird or whatever, but sometimes, man, if I'm thinking about something, I swear to God, it'll come to my phone.
I can believe it.
Like if I think about a certain song or a certain something, that should have come to my phone. Like I'm be like, damn, I just thought about this. Like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Then there it go. Like what the fuck? Yeah, I done had that happen a few times. Like I don't know what they doing with this technology, but the algorithm show it's getting more accurate. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm like for real. Like I know what you think. Like 3 or 4 times, I'm talking about, it was 1 or 2 times I wouldn't even say nothing, but it's been like numerous of times. I've been thinking of a certain song or a certain person or individual live on YouTube or whatever, and then I go right to it and pull it up like it ain't even in my playlist. Like how did you know that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right.
So, that made me think of that Tom Cruise movie Minority Report.
Yeah, I seen that, and it's just like that. Every time it happens to me, I think about that. Like, I don't know if it's just me or, you know what I'm saying? It's just a freak accident, but it's happened more than once, twice, thrice.
Yeah, Lowe said I experienced that too, Will, looking something up.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of tricky. And I seen something on Facebook like maybe a year or 2 ago. And man, I swear to God, they had these little different circles of different colors, and they tell you to press one and whatever you thinking about, it'll fucking show you what you're thinking about. I did that like 3 or 4. I tried to manipulate it, and I couldn't manipulate it. And this was like 2 years ago. It had like 3, 6. It had like 9 dots with 9 different colors, and it'll tell you like, it'll ask you like, to yourself, like it basically it'll tell you what you're thinking about what's in your mind. And I'm like, how they do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just saw it happen though. Like it freaked me out. Yep.
Man. Well, I think the next time, if you're able to come on, or even if if you're unable, I might do hopefully people call in, hit the hotline up where, people could say, hey, what's up, Will, or what's up, Reek, and be able to call in and say whatever they want to say.
That's all good. I need to get back active anyway because I've been kind of sluggish lately.
Shit, I've been like that too. Shit.
So I really got to get back into it, and for all the people that rock with me and stuff, man, I just want to say, hey, I love y'all, and I'm still a part of the channel or whatever, and I appreciate you, Reek, for allowing me to come on after so long that we still can be connected, man. I appreciate that.
Most definitely, and a very happy birthday to you coming up in so many. Well, it's probably already now where you at, so. Yeah.
It's 11:45.
Oh, okay.
I got a few more minutes, but it's all good. I'm probably gonna lay it down here in a little bit anyway. I ain't gonna stay up too long. And me, I really don't do my birthdays, and I rather see somebody else enjoy their birthday and enjoy their time with me. I'm more laid back and chill, and
right.
I sip me a drink or two or whatever, and I'm good on there. I just thank the creator for letting me be here to see another day. You know what I mean?
Right. That's for sure.
So I ain't looking for no gifts and all that kind of stuff. I just want to be able to see everybody and at least put a smile on somebody's face. You feel me? So, but yeah, man, we'll definitely do it again. Shouts out to everybody again. If y'all ain't catch the live, catch the replay, and I'm still here.
Right, and don't be fooled by the thing where it says it's live. They lie a lot of times. Like, oh, y'all's live. Why can I comment? No, it's actually the replay. They just labeling it as live.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot lately. Like they need to upgrade or something.
Right.
Cause I catch it live and I'm like, they say they going live now, but then as soon as I click on the live or end, and then I'll be like, I won't be heard but the last part of it. But it'll still say live, so I'm like, okay, the live ended or whatever, but then I go back to it 5-10 minutes later, it'll be like, okay, posted a day ago, posted 15 hours ago.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell, So yeah, it's kind of tricky now. So y'all be well and take care of yourself out there. Much love. I look forward to talking to y'all again. Hey, we on what's going on what?
I gotta go back and look and see which number we on. It's been so long since I was tracking it.
We probably on about 25 or something now.
Yeah, we up in the 20 somewhere.
Yeah, man. So I ain't gonna hold it though. We'll plug back up, man. Just we'll stay in contact.
Yeah, I'll give you a heads up for anything that I'm about to do or whatever. Wait, what is that? How to clean money? What? How to clean money? Okay.
If you can't get me by text, try to just call my phone because a lot of times if you put in the affirmation or something, I might not see it. But like I said, if you call me,
yeah.
you got me direct, so you already know how to do it.
Right.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, it's been another good conversation, dialogue. Dropping in hella information. Hopefully, the lead you in the right direction.
Yes, sir. We out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.